Hello and welcome to This One Thing, a daily video devotional coming to you from First Presbyterian Church of Fort Lauderdale. My name is Nick Merchant. I'm one of the associate pastors here. And each day, one of our pastors or staff members are going to be looking at one of the texts in the Revised Common Lectionary's daily readings. And we'll be pulling out one thing for you to consider. We hope that you find this an encouraging and thought-provoking part of your day. Enjoy. Did you know that over the last month, bidet sales have increased 10 times over what industry projections were for the last month? I can imagine that certainly this is due in large part to the toilet paper shortage that we're experiencing. And the article goes on to talk about this toilet paper shortage and saying that it is not because people are actually using more toilet paper than normal. It's simply that we are panic buying. And she goes on to write that toilet paper is actually a really well-managed product with very tight supply chains. The product itself actually has incredibly small profit margins. And so in order for the product itself to be profitable, factories are already running at 24 hours a day at maximum efficiency. And so it's not simply a matter of being able to make more. This shortage, it's not due to greater need. Industry leaders, in fact, know that the average American goes through 141 rolls of toilet paper a year. That hasn't changed. And yet, there is a shortage. The passage that we are reading today in Exodus finds the people of Israel experiencing a shortage of another kind. They have made their way across the Red Sea. They have escaped from Egypt, and they are in the desert. And in our text today, in this passage, it says that they begin to grumble, that they begin to murmur, that they begin to wonder where their food is going to come from. Scripture says that they begin to question whether or not they've been led out of Egypt and into the desert only to starve to death. Old Testament scholar Terence Fretheim, he points out that the people of Israel, they're not experiencing a food shortage. They're experiencing a faith shortage. He writes that material and spiritual well-being are often much more closely related than we would like to admit. Hear that again, that material and spiritual well-being are often much more closely related than we would like to admit. And so, what do our behaviors these last weeks demonstrate about the state of our soul? The panic buying of toilet paper, of other products meant for our physical needs, do they demonstrate a belief that God provides, or are we a people hedging our bets? Friends, preparedness and excess are two very different things. So what do your behaviors say about your spiritual well-being? I want to read these verses to you as God provides for the people of Israel exactly what they need. It says, in the morning, there was a layer of dew all around the camp. And when the layer of dew lifted, there was on the surface of the wilderness a fine, flaky substance, as fine as frost on the ground. When the Israelites saw it, they said to one another, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "It is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat." They did not know what it was. And Moses said, "It's the bread that the Lord has given you to eat." God is providing exactly what they need when they need it. But here's the one thing, friends, it's the state of their soul has made them unable to recognize it. Their crisis of faith has made them unable to see the provision right in front of them. And so I invite you today to consider that perhaps God is providing for us exactly what we need when we need it. Are we sometimes missing it? Be safe. Be well.